Here we go.
Hey,
Oh,
Oh,
geez.
wait a minute.
go
Wait a
to
minute. I just realized I ain't got no volumes. I don't hear
go
nobody.
to
There we go.
www.x39hub.com.
He's on.
You get them in,
Yeah,
Dave.
your meeting on. You don't have to turn the camera off. You don't want
All right. 1 second here. Oops, sorry, Jason. I hit the wrong button. All right, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. All right. Jason, you can unmute as well.
Okay.
All
All
right.
right. Yeah. Well, hey, always honored to be able to share with you all. So good to see all your faces. And yeah, it was a, amazing cruise over in Europe. Was blessed to attend. Um, so I'll share with you, went with Todd and Shannon Varvel, with Tony Boyer, with John Credelli, with Rich and Mia Finnegan. So those would be the ones from our team that you would definitely know if you've been on some of the Zooms around the team. So those are, and then of course, you had David Schmidt that actually made an appearance. You had, Meredith Burkett, who's the president of the company, made an appearance. Um, a number of the VPs and officers were there, but certainly the most, and that was all really exciting. But it's also really exciting when you're around, a lot of your like-minded, brand partner friends and people that are just out there doing some incredible things. People that are like a year, 2, 3 years ahead of us in terms of their productivity and some of the stuff that they're doing. And I think that's a huge piece of what I got out of it is there's people that are like, man, I was where you were. They were like, Jason, I was where you are like a year ago. And I'm like, oh man. And I know that they're earning like, you know, crazy types of income. It's just a kind of just like, man, so that's where you can take this, and so hopefully that's what you get when you hear some folks talking about the success they're starting to have now. It's like, man, we were, that hopefully it kind of echoes that whole, we're just a little further down the trail than you are, and it just gives you some hope and confidence and assurance that, hey, if I just keep doing the same things that they're doing, I'm going to get there too, which is absolutely true. That's the very right thing to believe.
J-
But trip
Jason,
itself.
did
Hmm?
you guys learn like some secret things while you were on this trip? Like, top secret, 007 type of information from the head guy there that snuck in with you?
Yeah, well, there was some stuff that was being kind of talked about, and it was kind of secretive, like, oh yeah, this is coming. And then they've since actually talked about a few of them, and one of them is a product that's going to be coming that 100% of those that were tested and went through the double blind trials, 100% of them had felt felt results within 15 seconds, which I like that because a lot of times with the X39, some of us feel it in a few days and some take weeks and some take months. And most people do feel it. Most people do have great results, but it'd be nice to also have a product that within 15 seconds of using it, literally 100% of the people are feeling it, which that would kind of help along with, that'd just be one more thing to offer up. I don't know anything else other than that. I don't know if it's a sniffer, if it's a drink. I don't know if it's a patch. Or if you take it some other way or by some other means. I have no idea.
Di-
Um,
So
but I do
no
know it.
no information as far as does it complement X39 or anything like.
Well, I do believe it complements X39 in the sense that it's, well, I'd be overstating. That seemed to be the theme though for everything that they're bringing in October is that it all complements the X39. It works synergistically with the X39. It's all around elevating your peptides, your copper peptides, all about prepping your body even more to maximize the X39 in the patches. So, but I don't know exactly which products do what, how many products there are. And the only thing I've heard any definitive on is there's a product that's one of them that I already just said is gonna that's got 100% 100% of the, people that took it felt it within 15 seconds. So, uh, I don't know what to think about that. Like that just is a wide open statement. It gets me excited. I'm thinking it would be oral. I can't imagine they'd put a sniffer product in there. That just seems weird for a just suddenly we're all running around snuffing people. I mean, I don't know. I just don't think that's
Dog will want to be sniffing it then.
yeah, here, just sniff this. I mean, I just don't think that's going to be the play. So it's probably something you take in a different fashion, but I'm excited about it. I think it's so that piece of the trip was really exciting. The other piece I would say before I even get into a few details on the trip is, when Burkett got up there, and she knew a lot of us had been through the ringer in our past, and the important thing is you got a company that's going to be battening down all the hatches in terms of, protecting the opportunity. So you got David Schmidt over here who is so forward thinking and is like, man, this is 20 years out. Here's where we're looking to go. This is a technology company. This is far more than just this isn't about supplements. It's not about even wellness wholly. This is a technology company, and we're going to be taking people to, he has visions of helping people live to their 150, and those types of things, which I'm like, I don't know. Do I want to live till I'm 150? I guess as long as some of my friends and my wife, my family are with me, I'll live that long, but you know, but he's got some really incredible, he's just got such an incredible mind for looking outward. And then you've got, the fact that he hired Meredith, who's got a reputation for being a bulldog, if you will, in this industry when it comes to the legalities of protecting your company. And so she wants to protect this 20-year-old company that's now growing like a startup that is just has such significant momentum. And there's some things that need to be changed and some things that need to be, kind of like with the kits, they're changing the kits, and, it's small stuff, but calling them kits as opposed to just having, just a point total that you need to hit, as opposed to it being an actual kit, that matters. Like that is something that, a kit can ultimately be construed as, even though I've never agreed with that, because I'm a grown man. If I feel like buying $1,500 worth of product, I can. You know why? Because I'm a 53-year-old man. I'm not a wuss. You know what I mean? And so then you got these people that they're going to sue the company and stuff if they're like, I mean, there's just all kinds of people that mess with the company, and mess with opportunities because, it just, if
I'm sure a lot of
buy,
it's jealousy.
well, if the buy-in's too big and then they can't sell it, so then the perception is they're stuck with it. Oh my gosh, I can't sell it. So now, even though the company would just take it right back and give you your money back because you got a 90-day trial. So I don't know. I think people play the victim a lot, and they certainly do in this industry. So you just got to know that, there's just a lot of weak-minded people out there that just, you've got choices. You don't have to do 1,500. You could do a 499 gold. You could do a 299 silver. I mean, you're a grown person. No one's holding your feet to the fire, but that's still not enough. So we do got to change things so that even so that the weak can, make sure they got their fair play. But there's a lot of that Meredith takes care of for us. And she's like, I got a list of 25 things that she's working hard on to just make sure it's like check, 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 all things that, those three-letter governing bodies like to see companies make sure that they check. And so there's a lot of that. So it's great that she's working on that and to protect the house so that David can help us grow it and have that vision. And then, of course, we just got to come in and execute. Um, and yeah, sorry, I speak a little passionately about that, but there was a point in my life where we lost a $60,000 a month income because of the fact that people argued about those things and caused a lot of problems. And then that ultimately led to a major change in the compensation plan. It made our income go from 60K a month to zero with a 60-day notice. So, and now that we're building back in grandiose fashion, I'll speak passionately on the matter, and I'm not afraid to do it. So I just would the good news coming out of that boat for all of us is that the house, we're in good hands. Like we couldn't be in better hands with having Meredith leading the company in such a way that it's just going to be protected. And then, of course, the vision of David. And then, of course, we've got, several thousands of percent growth in what we're all doing and what we've been doing, the last 4 years. And if you do it well and you do it right and you do it consistently, y'all can make significant, you could grow something of real significance here. I'm talking 6 figures a month type of income. Of course, the first thing is, one doesn't want to discuss our income. Okay, I'm with you. Okay, so I won't.
I do want to ask you though, Jason, some questions about income there, because there was something that Jana was explaining to me that we didn't know about originally, um, and that was that when, depending on the level you reach, in other words, you could have like people that there we're getting a lot of. Let's say you're building a lot of people in your downline, whether it be spillover or you're building part of that yourself. And then people that are coming in that you brought in or that spilled over, they're adding people on. So there's always, your team is always growing. But from what I understand is that until you reached, I think my wife was telling me, senior director, you're not maximizing the volume income potential you could be making until you reach that level. Is that correct?
Yes, well, there's two sides to the compensation plan as it pertains to the binary. And so, and it sounds like that's what you're asking, because there's two equations to it. You've got your volume on each side, and then you've got the number of cycles that can be hit based upon the rank that you have. So, so so to hit director, that would give you 50 cycles. If you're hitting manager, you're getting 30 cycles. So for example, you might have enough volume on both sides that technically you could cycle that 660 on your strong side, 330 on your lesser side. Just, I'm sorry.
Bless you.
Sorry about that. But if you have 660 on the one side, 330 on the other, that's one cycle. And so if your totals dictate that you could have a matchup happening 30 times, that means manager, you can have up to 30 cycles a week, and that would give you $1,500 a week in cycle pay. And then if it dictates that you could have up to 50 cycles a week, that's $2,500 a week in total cycle pay. And then the next level goes up to 75 cycles, and that's at senior director.
So
And that's
you can max out, like if you're only manager, you could max out, but the volume would be there technically, but you just can't get it because you haven't gone beyond the
yeah.
rank of manager.
Right. That's the nice thing is you don't lose that money. It's just you don't get to put it in your checking account. It sits there in the cloud, if you will, sitting there at LifeWave, waiting for you to build that other leg or to build whatever needs to be matched up. And then and it goes into like an accrual for the next week's pay period. So for example, if you've got, let's say you've got enough volume on both sides whereby you've got like 100 cycles, or let's say you've got 150, you could do 150 cycles, but you're not hitting, you don't have that other director on the other side, so that the max you can do is director, which is 50 cycles. So you might technically have enough volume that you could literally earn $5,000 that week. The max you could do binary wise for your own binary would be 2,500 because you only hit director, right? And so and I did that for a while. You can make $200,000 a year sitting at director, technically, if you've got other people matching binaries, and I was doing that. So, I think the important thing to know is, you've got two pieces of it. You've got, your rank, which is going to determine how many cycles you can cycle if you've got the the volume on both sides, that it would match up. And so
Absolutely.
I see there's some chats there. I've not been reading them. Sorry.
That's all right. Well, I can read for you if you want, or
Yeah. So, but yeah, I'm happy to answer any more on that. But there's basically, it's, with a binary, it's a this is a two-sided system, a two-sided, you're building two sides. One of those sides is likely you're going to have a lot of people contributing to it. And then the other side, you're going to need to recruit and bring in people yourself. And that over time, that's going to fill in and thicken even more. And so, Yana, what are your thoughts on that? Are you, I don't want to, what are your thoughts there?
wait a minute. You
Yeah.
got it.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello, everyone. Okay, well, my thoughts are, yeah, like you said, okay, now I'm starting to kind of get it, believe or not, after how many months? 8. So it takes sometimes a long time to understand the business side of things. But I guess then what you make better when you become when you hit senior director, isn't that bonuses are higher? Meaning that if you sign up diamond, you get $500, but if you are a manager, you get only $300.
Well, certainly, your bonuses are typically, a result of, like, if you came in at diamond, and they're gonna change that terminology in the very near future. But when I'm talking silver, gold, or diamond, which is the level that you came in at or that you upgraded to since, that determines the level of what you're going to be paid when you bring people in, with the exception of the 90-day piece. I think, Yana, that's what you're referring to, is you got a 90-day period when you first hit diamond that you can be paid at the senior director level. You kind of get like that senior director pay for 90 days, which basically means you get $500 when you bring in a diamond. And you get, and that's great and you get the extra when you're bringing in the other levels, but for 90 days. So you get that. After that, it goes back to normal. Um, which is fine. I mean, it's nice to have a little bit of a bonus period. And if you're in high recruiting mode, you can get higher bonuses, which is awesome. Um, but you can get great bonuses as you're building regardless. I mean, every now and then you get most of the time it's a $400 bonus bringing in a diamond, except for that period there that you're talking about. And so, but you're getting paid, and if you're recruiting, and there's people that have recruited 4 diamonds in a day and got paid $2,000 just for the recruiting piece. That's just your first bit of pay as you're bringing on a person that might lead you to hundreds of people over time. And so that's why I like it, because like when Steve and Yana came on, they're like 4 or 5 levels deep in our organization. So I didn't get a bonus when they came on, but I got binary pay because they helped match up our other side. And so, you won't always get paid on, recruiting's great, and it's nice to get the commissions, and it's great bringing on PCs and getting customers, because you get those every month. Every month they order, you get paid different commissions for the products. But brand partners over time, as you're building this out, like 10 people can become 200 people. 200 people can become 2,000 people. And as those things start to happen, then suddenly you're like, and if you build it both sides over time, I mean, I want you to think about how quickly this can happen for you, and I know, if folks don't want to hear about the money, that's okay. I mean, there's people that are earning crazy income here, and so I'd like to tell people about it, because I've never seen some of the stuff I've never seen before. Like, I've never seen somebody go from, zero to the kind of money that I've watched them build. And even the businesses that we've built, which were significant, like, I mean, we're building this twice as fast as we did the first time around. And the first time around, we built it to millions of income, and now we're building it twice as fast. So it's very satisfying when you had it ripped from you and now you're building it back twice as fast. I mean, that makes me very happy. You know, those are things I toasted with my wife in Venice. And then 2 days later, we toasted in Santorini, overlooking the entire, four island area of Santorini. It was amazing. We're toasting at it and just saying, here's to coming back. We're bringing it back. And, it's been 5 years we've been waiting for this to happen. I've floundered into a few other opportunities that just weren't it. You thought they were Ferraris, but they were just, they were Pintos some, I don't want to insult cars, Pinto. I mean, I don't know, a Gremlin. My brother drove a Gremlin. My dad drove a Hornet. I don't know. I drove an Escort, like a Ford Escort. I mean, but if you thought it was a Lamborghini, then it was a whole different deal. So I had a couple things I went into, didn't work out. That's a tough thing to do because when you're committing to something, you think it's going to work out, then it doesn't. Psychologically, it's like, starting and then going through all the training, going through all the stuff, and then you realize this isn't it. But when we realized that this is it, and then we were able to take 8 or 9 different families that are making 6 figures with us today, 14 months later, 15 months, not even 15 months later, but they're, I got like almost 10 families that are making 6 figures now. That was never like that in the first year at the other one that we built so big.
And Jason, when we're talking about these families, I think the thing that really got our attention is when we were down in Navarre at the meeting that we were there with you guys, we were seeing just everyday people, just everyday people, they just, whatever job they were doing, a regular job and everything, but their passion because of the success of this product was so amazing that they just were sharing it with anybody and everybody everywhere. And they were doing very well financially from that. That was what really impressed us. Go ahead, Bianca.
Who was that you're talking about there? Anybody in particular there, Steven?
Well, I didn't remember their names. I just remembered, when we were there, Donna might remember some of the people there, but we were just, take Andy Hosier, for example.
Yeah. Or Tony Boyer. Tony Boyer's a teacher and he's doubled his teaching salary already. He just resigned from, he put in his resignation and moved back to Ohio. He now lives 15 miles away from us. He was.
Yeah, I was talking to Tony Boyer. That was quite encouraging because he is a master's degree teacher. And he said just being in this company, he doubled whatever he made as a master's degree teacher. And he went to school, and when you go to school, you have school loans, and he was able to quit his job doing this. Yeah. So that was very encouraging. But I want to tell people that if you share this, and let's say you find 10 people on the left, 10 people on the right, and you make sure that they are on monthly subscription, because the biggest problem here that I'm seeing is that people just are not on monthly subscription. They just remember when they run out and it hits them, oh, I don't have patches, and how life is, they get busy. Well, this affects the business. So you do want to make sure once you're a manager, manage your people, okay? Stay in touch and say, don't forget to be on monthly subscription. Okay, and once you realize that you are in a business of it, you want to stay on monthly subscription. You want to be active so you can get paid. So that's very important. And now when we are talking about millions here and stuff like that, that's hard for people to even imagine, even though it is true that you can get there in this business. But I just want to encourage people. What would this do to your business or to your life if you added $1,000 extra to your income that you have now? What would that do? Right? Would it pay your car insurance, groceries? What would it do? Imagine you added only $1,500 or $2,000 extra to whatever you're doing right now. Right? Wouldn't that make a huge difference? And let's say you say, I am comfortable. My bills are paid. I really, 2,000 wouldn't make such a big difference when they put it away and then take a beautiful vacation with your wife or husband or your children, right? So even if you think in terms of that kind of money, extra 1,000 a month, extra 2,000 a month, wouldn't that be a blessing? For some people, extra 500 a month would be a blessing, right? And those things are so easily achievable if you just work a little bit. If you truly go and talk about the product. And I will tell you another, I told last time about my pedicure with my daughter. So that was kind of unexpected how I offered the product, but unfortunately we are in a situation where we have to have a lawyer. So, and I'm not going to talk about the situation now, but we had a meeting with the lawyer, and I happened to have fresh, brand new patches in a car. And we came to his office, and he was kind of shocked me how he was dressed. He was dressed in shorts and t-shirt and in a beautiful office, right? And he's like, I'm so sorry. I'm not even dressed up. He was playing tennis or something. And he says, and my shoulder hurts so bad. So I apologize. That's what he said. And I immediately told him, listen, if I went to a car and brought you a patch that can help your pain, would you mind? And he says, no, I won't mind. Go ahead. So I brought him this patch. I put it on him myself. And I put those patches on the table, and then we had our meeting. It was 1 hour. And after a meeting, he says, what is that? It actually helps. Like, I feel better. What is that? So I had opportunity here to, of course, I gave him those patches, but I told him a little bit about it. He said, it's very interesting. He will check it out. And next day, he texted me and he said, what are these things? Because they're really great. So that was amazing, very unexpected. So I am always armed. You know, I take the patches with me wherever I go because I never know. I might end up offering the patch. So that's what I want to encourage people here. You make your first goal just a little bit extra money a month, 500. Some people just want to know that, oh, if just my patches that I'm using can be paid for, right? So you can for sure make that money to just pay for your patches so you have them free. But imagine if it grew, like it would start growing and growing. And now you make 500 a month, 700 a month, 800 a month. Now you make 1,000 a month, and it just keeps going, right? So that's what's encouraging. And of course, in the later stages, you might hit a lot more. So anyway, that was my little speech for tonight. Anybody
Yeah,
there?
Good.
did I mute myself or no? Okay.
That's good. That's good.
No, I agree. That's exactly like what Yana was saying, though, is that, set yourself goals, and of course, to me, these amazing testimonies, the patches just sell themselves as it is. It is incredible. And in fact, I'll share with you just so you guys remember. Let me pull it up here on the screen so I have it. But one thing that you definitely want to capitalize on is taking people to our YouTube channel called Benoon X39. And I'm going to get you there to it just as soon as you have to go through so much stuff. You're getting there. All right. And then I can share the screen with everybody. All right. Screen.
Hey, Steve.
Yes.
Jason, don't you have to go to your thing? Like, we don't want to we want to make sure you're not late for your own program, for your own show. So if you need to say anything, if Jason needs to say more, because I know that he has a 9 o'clock show.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just say this real quick and then I'll let you guys go do what you need to do. Everything big starts small here. So yeah, so it's going to depend on your level of belief. I wouldn't have believed, that we could get to where we've gotten already without first making $1,000 a month. And then of course, getting to $1,000 a week. Like Jana was speaking of, and then of course, then you get to a point where you get to $1,000, whether it's $1,000 a day or whatever your goals are going to end up taking you, your belief system is going to change. Your belief system is going to change, as you're getting closer to those goals. So, I guess that's the last piece I would tell you is, I'm looking at this YouTube channel and I'm kind of losing my train of thought here, but, anyway, so I would tell you, a couple things I would tell you right now. I'm getting ready to head over to explorex39.com, which is where the rest of the team goes every Sunday at 9 o'clock, and Thursday. I'm going to have 3 guests speaking with me, all of which earn 6 figures here, all of which will be in Punta Cana, that earn the incentive trip, all of whom plug into the This Is It team as well as the Synergy team page. It's a system of people. We're all doing the same thing. We all build this the same way. We have the same system that we use, and as we plug into it, we all kind of go in the same direction. We use the same activities, and we use the merits, absolutely phenomenal system that they've put together. They're the ones that are growing to such a pace that I've never seen before. They literally have gotten to a point of earning over $400,000 a month. And so when I hear somebody that's doing over $400,000 a month and they've only been here for 2 years, in my mind, I think, well, shoot, I can do more. And because, we give away percentages of our income to certain things. And so my thoughts are, the more I grow everything here, and if somebody gets 10%, 15% of X, the more I grow X, the more I feel good, in the way that I feel like I should be giving God all the glory, and feeling good about what we're doing here at LifeWave. So, suddenly it becomes more than just about, I've lost 27 pounds in 14 months, just having the X39 and then the Eon patch on me every single day. And it's cutting my cortisol levels, and my body's just dropping junk. I couldn't even get into a suit for a wedding 2 years ago, and a couple months ago I got right into it, no big deal. Couldn't even slide it over my behind prior to that, and it slid right over, buttoned right up, and then I went and jumped on the scale and I lost 27 pounds. I mean, it's weird jumping on the scale, not even thinking about your weight, and you realize you lost 27 pounds. Like, I've never done that.
Not breaking the scale. Hey,
Yeah,
Jason, before you
usually,
cut out, I want 2 things I want to do before you cut
anyway,
out.
I got to jump off here though, guys, but, all right, go ahead.
What time is the meeting on the other one there? 9 o'clock, did you go to there?
Yeah, 9 o'clock.
Okay, can you share that one more time? And Ron, if you can post it in the link below, I want to make sure we stop about 5 minutes till so other people can go. But Jason, before you go, I want you to see one thing so you can think about this when you go over there. Bonnie Harvey she's on Hebrew Nation Radio. She gave permission for us to share her picture. She's using X39. She's been on it for about 7 months. And she was flying into Spain. They stopped her at customs. Okay, they stopped her at customs. When they stopped her at customs, they were arguing with her if she was really the person in the picture, because the picture didn't look like the person standing before them. All right, Bonnie is 77 years old. Okay, 77 years old. And she said we could share with her what X39 has done for her. So here we go. We're going to share the screen right now. That's Bonnie Harvey at 77 years old.
Crazy.
And she has definitely changed dramatically since me and Jana saw her about, 5 years ago, Jana? And when we did a meeting in Oregon, and she hosted that meeting.
Yes, and she sent
different.
me this picture just the other day, and I was shocked because she signed up with us quite early on, and she is using it religiously. I mean, she can't be without patch. But so yes, amazing stuff how she looks at her age and her energy, and just she loves the patches, absolutely loves them. So, and she's a retired lawyer, and her husband is a medical doctor.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
Yes. And so they did
That's
not
amazing.
believe that she was, because the passport didn't look like her.
Yeah, they probably wouldn't let her back in. I mean, I guess that's
Exactly. So
the
they just
you
said,
better
no,
keep
you
those
are not the
better
woman
keep,
on the passport. You're a
yeah,
totally different lady.
better keep those updated. Yeah, you gotta be careful there. I mean, saying you're 70, I'm like, I don't think so.
77. I mean, that's 3 years
Yeah.
from 80 years old.
No, no chance.
Yes.
Yeah,
Crazy.
she's not getting back in. She better go to the agency or something. Help her back in. Somebody help her back in.
Oh gosh.
Oh
Thank you
no.
so much, Jason, for
Oh,
being with us
guys,
tonight.
I'm always happy to share. I do encourage you to reach out if you really are looking to, to build this up. If there's something that's holding you back, whether it's just you don't necessarily know exactly what to do, or maybe it's a belief thing, just happy to give me a call. Steven and Yana have my number. I'm happy to talk to you. I'm happy to give you any encouragement, give you any lessons. I would encourage you though, we've got a good system here and there's stuff to plug into, and there's things that, even
Yes.
the training that was Saturday was a great training. I hope you got to watch that. It's every Saturday there's a training, and every Thursday and Sunday there are webinars. There's other things too, but
Jason, what happened to Tuesday webinar? Does it exist?
what's that now?
Tuesday webinar.
Well, that got changed. Now they're doing a new brand partner training every Tuesday night. So now if you get people during the week and you need something to plug them into, like a beginner training, they do it on Tuesday night now. So
What
you can
time? And what time? What's the link?
um I'll have to get that to you. I believe I think it's the Finnegan's link. And if I'm not mistaken, let's see. It could be x39legacybuilder.com. I believe that's the one that they're using for that. x39legacybuilder.com. That's the Tuesday training.
9 p.m. Eastern?
Yes. Yep. Every
Yeah.
Tuesday. Every Tuesday there's, that's going to be there for you. And that's always nice to have a training on Saturday to plug into. There's a couple options there. And now every Tuesday there's an option if you got new people that come on, or if you're ramping up and you just want more training and you want to feel like, hey, I feel like I need some refresher in certain things. You can jump on the Tuesday night and get a refresher, and it's live, and you can actually ask questions and put in the chat some questions and get some feedback. But you can always call us. I'm better on text. I will text you back unless I'm somewhere that I can't have my phone on. I will text you back usually within 10 minutes. So if you ever have questions, you can always text me. If you call me and I don't pick up, I'll call you back same day. So just let me know what I can do for you. I want to help you all with your goals. I mean, I'm literally a direct source for you. So I want to help. I know Steven and Yana have large goals too. They're going to be one of the next senior presidential directors on our team, and so I'm excited about that. And that and you all can rise up and get yourselves to, there's people that are having great success here, whether they're 21 years old, 18 years old, even there's a lady, I just saw a lady promoted that's 90 years old that just got promoted to director. I thought I saw that pop over
Wow. Hmm.
in one of the groups. So anybody can, everybody needs what we have, and that's what matters. Like the patches, they're helping everybody. I mean, for me, it started with my hip pain within 2 days. My blood sugar went down by 35% in a month. My sleep's been great. I'm like actually dreaming when I sleep. And then, after a year, I realized I'd lost 27 pounds, which is kind of crazy when you're not looking for. I wasn't looking for weight loss with this. That just wasn't one of the goals that I thought really came out of this, but it turns out it can. Um, and then, and the more you share, the more you can bless people, and certainly you'll earn, and you can help them earn. And, I do encourage anybody, because I've had some folks that are like, I don't want this to become an idol. I don't want to false idols in my life, put too much attention on this and you know, it becomes something that becomes uncomfortable. And I would just encourage you that, you know, we can bless a lot of people with this, and it doesn't have to, you know, it doesn't take away from what we're doing in any of the other, you know, wonderful spiritual endeavors that we're involved in. This is kind of mutually exclusive, whereby we can actually, I always say we can, you know, you want feed a man for a day, you know, you give them a fish, but we can teach people how to fish and how to provide for themselves, you know, and I like to say that we create our own economy here. We don't have to participate in this recession. You know, we can have choices. And the nice thing is, a lot of people, they don't need to make that much money. You know, some people don't necessarily need a ton of money. And so when I speak some of the bigger money, it's only because I've been pretty blown away by what I've seen, and I kind of tend to be honest, so I kind of speak out loud about things because I'm just like, I've never seen anybody go from where the merits have gone from 0 to where they are in 2 years. I've just never seen anybody do that before. The guys that I have seen do that did it in like 20 years. So it just blew me away. So I kind of talked about it. So I don't talk about it because that's where my mind always is. I mean, I've gone through a transplant. I've helped 16 people get transplants. I'm not crazily motivated by, you know, just, you know, money, but I do enjoy building. And maybe that's part of how I was raised. I like building. I like helping people create things. I like helping people take, you know, control of their lives. And we've got a great vehicle here that we can bless so many people. And I've never seen anything like it. And I know Steven and Jana feel that way too. They've never
Oh,
seen anything
yes.
like what the patch is doing for people. And if we share it a lot, you know, you can bless a lot of people. So anyway, I'll stop talking on that front, but if there's anything I can do for y'all, I'm happy to do it. I'm happy to help, and just let me know what I can do for y'all.
The
Okay.
website where you're going, that's what people are going to want to need, because people may want to jump and go right there and follow over there to learn more, because plugging in, Jason, is what we failed our own people, not because we're so excited about the product. We didn't focus on those that really want to help build their income with this. We want to make sure they get the right tools.
Well, you guys are champions. I mean, you guys are doing things that I've never seen done too. I mean, you've earned all the incentive trips multiple times. Like these guys are like in the top 2 or 3 in the company, uh, bringing members into the business and earning the trip faster than, I mean, I think I don't even know if I had any points yet, and you guys are during the trip, right? So I mean, it's just kind of amazing what y'all are doing. And so we've all got our strengths, and we've all got areas we can improve. Um, and the funny thing is, if we do those things and just keep getting a little bit better every day, I mean, we're all going to get where we want to go.
Right.
And so I'm inspired. Everyone's inspired by Steven and Jana. I certainly am, and I'm blessed by you guys. And the biggest thing I could do for you is if we can help, you know, your entire team get kind of dialed in on how we build this here.
Yes.
Well,
And
I have gotten people asking me now, they want to make money with this. They like the patches, they want to be builders now. So that happened after 7, 8 months. Until now, it was more like, what can product do for me? And of course, we will help as many people as possible. But now we have people that they want to actually have business training. And so we have to be here for you guys. So yes, move on to Jason there. Jason, we'll see you next time. Love you, Jason.
love you
What
guys
was that
too.
website? What's the website, Jason?
That's explorex39.com. I just put it into the chat there. And
Thank you.
so yeah, it's at 9 o'clock. Explorex39.com. That's the same site to go to 9 p.m. Eastern time on Sunday and on Thursday. And
Excellent.
all
Excellent.
right. All right, guys. Love you all. We'll
Thank you,
talk.
Jason. Love you as well, brother.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Okay, and here we are on our own now, and we have only a few minutes because people will want to go to Jason. And I just wanted to show you something really exciting. And we have Darnell here with us. She's my hard worker. She was just having a stand. I believe she she made this table at an event with the patches and cards and all of that. And she's like working this business. So I'm going to send her a gift. It's a patch manual. That's what I'm sending you tomorrow, where you're going to get everything about the product and the business in here, Darnell. That's my gift to you, because you're working so hard. But I want to say you can actually buy this on Amazon, okay? For those who want to, it's called www.patchedu.com, or you can go to Amazon Patch Manual. It is written by a doctor, Jen Sullivan, board certified doctor of naturopathy, certified master herbalist. I mean, she's amazing the way she put this thing together. And I just ordered it, looked at it, and I have extra one for that now. Also, don't forget, last week I announced that whoever becomes a manager first, there will be first, second, and third. And I'm having here my patches ready for you to be sent off to you as a prize. So so far I got one person, Kim, who did sign up for silvers, but unfortunately they were all on one side. So I want to make sure that you understand you have to have 2 silvers, minimum silvers. Of course, they can be gold or a diamond or platinums, doesn't matter, but silvers minimum. 2 on your left side, 2 on your right side, and they have to be active, meaning on monthly subscription, and you become a manager. Okay, so make sure you really look in your back office when you're signing people up where you're putting them. And Steve showed you many times how to switch legs. So I would like to ask if there is a need to show that tonight. Can you raise your hand if you have a need to know how to switch legs in your back office? So when you sign people up, you know which side you're signing them up.
Okay, what you do,
Is there any
let's
hands
see.
up, Steve? Because I don't see from here. Are there any hands up?
Here he goes. Here he goes.
Here we go, hang on. Whoop, hang on, we gotta get this right now.
Do you know Ethan's password, or
This
should I
is the
text it
right
to you?
leg, that's the left leg. Now you need to have some folks going down that leg and some folks going down that leg. All right, now the joke's over. Let's get back to business or my wife will beat me.
No, and he's like a stand-up comedian. Okay.
Hey, I was standing up too. What do you know?
Okay.
All right, I'll be a good boy and go to the thing there. Give
No,
me
I can't see if any people are asking for it.
one is yes.
They might not.
We got a request.
Okay.
So
Okay. Do you know Ethan's password, or should
I'm
I?
already on Ethan's site.
Okay. Or should I? I mean, I will be texting
I'm
it to
already
you.
there. Here we go. All right. Now, and Lisa, if you have a question, we'll go to it as a question in a moment, but let me just show you the changing of the legs here. Assume everybody can see now. If you go to where your name is at the top here, right by the little buggy, there's a little down drop. Click on that. And then you've got 3 choices: view profile, sign out to the right, and then change settings to the left. Click on change settings. Okay. Once you're into your change settings, by the way, that's also where your ID number is. Okay, so if somebody's asking, which by the way, if you make business cards, it's not a bad idea to put your ID number on your business card, because if they go to sign up and they don't go to your website, they just go to lifewave.com and they're filling it out. But if they've got your business card, they can include your ID number, and then that person could then get signed up with you instead of somebody else. We've had that happen where people couldn't figure it out. They didn't wait and they couldn't get in touch with us, and they just signed up, and the company will just put you anywhere. So right here it says build left or build right or strong leg outside. A lot of times people are already set to strong leg outside just by default. What you want to do is when you first sign up, 2 silvers or above, and if they're going to be brand partners, if they have the ability, I would always try to go gold or above. And the reason I say that is because then they're already qualified for all 4 ways to earn income. But after you've got 2 people to your left, when you go to sign up your 3rd and 4th person, come in here, click on the build, whatever it is, the opposite way, build right. It's in the green. Successful, your binary preference has been updated up here in the top right. You don't click a saved button, it just automatically does it. When I go back here and click build left, it's going to save it again. Your binary preference has been updated. And now if you've signed up 3 people already and you forgot to change it, as long as you do it within about 24 hours, the company will fix it for you and move that person to the other side. But if it's been longer than a couple of, 24 hours, the chances are they may or may not, depending on if that person has gained volume. And that really has a lot more to do with it, is the volume, because if you signed them up and the next thing you know, because other people are building and it's building a team for them, and the next thing you know, they've already got 10 people in volume that they never signed up, and you try to move them, that's taking away that part of that team that they've already created just in that short period of time. So, and we had a sister that happened to already too. She didn't realize it at first, and she didn't catch that part about changing your leg, and so that slipped up and happened to her. I don't want to hold y'all much longer because I do know
Yes.
that we want to be able to let people get to this other meeting. It's very important to go to that meeting. It starts in 4 minutes. And the reason I say that, I'll try to quickly take any questions that there might be, but this
Anyway,
is
don't
really
forget, when you become a manager and you're under us or Ethan even, I am going to give you this prize. I will send you those patches. So text me that you are a manager. Okay, don't forget, because it goes on for next 3 weeks. And first one that texts me is going to get the performance bundle X39, X49. Fresh, preserved, not close to the body, so they're not activated. They're just, I'm keeping them nicely put away for you. So go ahead and become a manager so I can send you those patches.
Yes, and we don't have
Thank you, Jana.
keeping on them.
You're very welcome.
I have a quick, can I add
Sure.
just a quick one? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Or can I say something real quick?
Sure.
Sorry, one second. I've always heard about the wound healing. I see that, I read it, and I hear people. And my husband, crazy, but he fell on a rock on our property, and he had a big gouge on the side of his hand, really big gouge while I was at work, and I thought, oh God. So it was a pretty good 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch deep, bloody and all. He asked me, he called me at work and said, what patch do I put on? And I went, oh my gosh, that's a great idea, right? And I said, okay, just get the X39 and just put it near there. And then I got the ice wave when I get home. Or no, I told my daughter, get the ice wave and put it there. Do you know that he did that on Thursday, this past Thursday? Friday, it was already looking better. By Saturday, it was incredible. It was incredible, the healing on this big gouge. And now today he shows it to me. And I didn't take a picture, of course, the very first day. I wasn't home and I didn't want to look at it, Anyway, within Thursday, Friday, Saturday, today's Sunday, it's like it's just amazing. It
Yes.
closed up, it's healing, and it's really miraculous. So I had to share that because
Yes.
now that's just another testimony, another icing to our testimonies that are
That is
incredible anyway.
amazing.
So
Yes,
very
and
thankful.
that's amazing. Thank you, and praise the Lord. Praise the Lord
Yeah,
for that.
amen.
because-
And that's what we say. Of course, we give God the glory. It's like I don't want to take it from the Lord at all. And we just say, okay, thank you, Lord, for blessing these patches that are really, truly miraculous. I
Yes,
mean,
because what it
Ron
is,
lives with that every day.
Yeah, because imagine it's its own body's healing, its ability of his own body. What Patch did is just send the frequency. That's it.
Yeah,
There is no drug to it, nothing. So it is our
awesome.
own body's ability. And by the way, X39 is the best patch for skin, for skin healing and for wound healing. And in the very beginning, which I may bring again, I might bring that testimony where the fingertip of a little boy was severed, and they saw it back, and it was all black and dyed, the little fingertip, and the family was applying X39, and I think Ian, if I remember right, but close to this one, to this finger, and the little tip of a finger grew back in 2 months for that little boy. So it is for when you have any kind of injury, definitely. And thank you for this testimony.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Kim. Diane, go right ahead.
Hi. I have my sister on the patches now. She's diabetic and has lots of kidney problems. There's a lot of protein in her kidneys and stuff, but she says that now that she's been on the X39, that her protein numbers have come down on the kidneys, but her liver is now in cirrhosis. I didn't know, is there any suggestions or anything that she could do for the
Well,
liver?
I will tell you what to do for liver. Okay. The patches are heavy detoxifiers. Like they will detoxify body. So since she has such severe problems in her body, I do recommend that she uses glutathione patches. And there is a specific liver placement, and it
I'll
is on
talk
a
to it.
can you, Steve, show them where to place
Yeah,
it for the
yeah.
liver?
You go ahead and keep telling her. I'll pull up an
Yeah,
actual.
it's a glutathione, which is the master antioxidant, and that is a powerful, powerful antioxidant that helps liver to recover. On a side of things, I do recommend for liver like that a very kind of like a high B complex, like take more B complex. That helps liver as well. Milk thistle, I will take herb called milk thistle. And then I will do glutathione patches. Now, glutathione patches are not to be worn every single day. In her case, I would wear them every single day for 12 hours. So she can do it as a night patch. I will do it every single day for about a month. And then I would go down to 3 times a week. Because glutathione patch does raise glutathione levels by 300% in a body. Even X39 patch raises glutathione by 20%, but if you have actual glutathione patch, it raises it by 300%, so it's much faster.
Okay.
So that's what I recommend for the liver as far as a natural healing. And of course, just go to any naturopath. That's what I would go to ask what more can she do, but patch can help.
Well,
Right there, by the way, Diane, right there on the screen, if you can see that now, the foot placement right there is between the big toe and the toe beside it there, about an inch or so back. And Ron, do you remember if that, I thought it was the left foot that it goes on for the liver.
Yeah, it's a
Maybe
left.
Left foot, okay.
Actually, you can put that on both feet, and that's liver 3 is what that is.
Okay.
both feet.
Well, you know what? I will do it on both feet for her for sure, because it's she's having bad liver blood tests, so I would pump up the glutathione as much as possible right now.
One thing, her job is like, she works in the oil field, so like she works days and like for a few days and then nights for a few days, like, so her schedule's always changing, so her sleep is always it's kind of hard.
Yes.
She can wear it day or night, it doesn't matter. And if she leaves it
Yeah,
on
and she
longer than
can wear
12
with
hours, it won't hurt.
X39. One thing I do want to tell you before we leave, that what I found in this patch manual, which I want to actually go through with you next time on our Zoom. We want to do a study group on this, so we become pros in this, you know. But I will tell you, it is very and extremely important that X39 gets a break at night, that you don't wear it full day and night. I wasn't even aware of it, but if people are like wearing it long times, attenuation happens. It was here in this manual, meaning that body stops reacting to those frequencies. You have to give it break. So they say that if somebody's wearing it day, night, day, then take it off for 48 hours and then restart again. This is why the 12 hours during the day and break at night. But you can also have different night patches, of course. Never wear Alavida and X39 together. Those two kind of cancel each other out, okay? Every other patch is okay to wear together with X39, but not Alavida.
Okay, well, thank
I have a question. Hello?
Okay. We hear you.
Okay. Is there any patch recommended for skeletal alignment?
Hmm.
You know, skeletal
Yes.
frame.
I just know that bone building patch is as X49. When it's one X39, X49 together, the performance duo, that builds the bone. But to
Yeah.
align you mean spine alignment and stuff like that?
Yes, yes.
You know, what patch will do is help pain level, and if you wear X39 and Eon together, inflammation will come down. But as far as alignment, I really recommend
Chiropractic.
the movement, laying down on a 20 minutes a day, just on a floor. And then there is also this machine that you can go upside down. You can do it
Yes.
slowly, not fully
I do
upside
that
down.
twice a week. Yes.
Yes, but I know that this is very difficult. Patch is not going to align your bones.
Mm.
It will heal the pain and inflammation. It
Okay.
may help with
Jana,
that.
Jana, I don't
Yes.
remember the name of the patches, but people have put patches on people with scoliosis, and it is straightening them up.
Are you kidding?
No, yeah, it's true. I don't
Do you
remember
have?
which patches though. You'll have to go on testimonies, LifeWave testimonies,
So they put it on scoliosis and it actually helped.
straighten them up. Yes.
Hmm.
That is amazing. I mean, is that on these testimonies that I sent you? Maybe I never just clicked on that actual testimony, because I was sending out testimonies on thisisateam.com/testimonies. If you
Yeah,
go
I
to
look all over the place. So I go on to all of LifeWave's testimonies.
okay, if you have that
I can look
testimony,
for it.
okay, that's good. But you don't remember maybe X39 with Ian,
I'm
maybe?
sure X39 was one of them.
Okay, or maybe X39, X49, because that one even builds, it builds bone.
That probably was.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Well, thank you for telling me.
And Jana, would you please tell me again what the name of that book was that you were recommending?
Okay, it is a patch manual. That's how it looks, like a book. I just was on Amazon, and it's a patch manual by, let me tell you the name of that lady. She's a doctor, Jen, Geno Sullivan, Sullivan.
Okay.
And she compiled everything about patches, like how the product works, and the business information. I mean, it's just amazing. And you can have it right there in front of you, like a little training for
That's
yourself, and that's just new. I just got it in, and I just got two, and I'm giving one to Darnell. And I was thinking about purchasing more and just, guys, sending to those of you who are truly sharing patches with others. So let me see what I can do. If you guys can get it, let me know. But I
Okay.
want to go over them with you on a video so that way we can study together. So we can be the best team there is. Right? Okay.
Oh, Suzanne, your microphone is muted. And Ron, can you quickly, brother, Karen and Dwayne, they're trying to sign up as brand partner. They need the customer service number. And I think, Karen, what
Okay.
may be the problem is you may have to cancel first your auto, what do you call that? The preferred customer.
Okay. So
before you sign up.
question is, somebody's a customer and they want to be brand partners, right?
Yeah, it's actually Karen and Dwayne. They're in the chat and they asked that question because they're running into an error code.
Oh no. Well, listen, I would actually start from very beginning. Like if you are under us, or I don't know, if you're under one of our brand partners, or I don't know who you're under. If you are one of our customers, then just get our link. You can put it in there for them. And then what you do is just start from very beginning. And instead of going to shop, you click join and become a brand partner, because your customer one doesn't matter at this point. It's just old and it won't matter.
Yeah, we created a new, we canceled the original one.
Yes, we did. We're no longer customers. So we went into join for brand partner
With a new ID
with a new ID. Yep.
and logged in and filled out all the information and got to like page 3, and it doesn't like the website, which is auto-generated based on your user ID.
So Wayne thinks that there's a computer bug in regards to.
They may need another user ID. You get a completely different brand partner number than your preferred customer number. So
Correct. Yeah.
you may have to, you might could do it through customer service. I know I had a customer who did the same thing, and we called customer service and they just did it for her. So sometimes, it's quicker when they do it if you're having issues with it, and they could do it first thing in the morning.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I put the number up on the post.
Right. Ron has a
Yeah,
number.
thanks.
Yeah, in fact, Denise, I had used your suggestion. Thank you for that for a few weeks back. That you said to create a new username, and so I did use that advice, and I appreciate your help on that too. So
Oh, okay. You're
yeah,
welcome.
because that'll go on your cards and everything. So it's really important. So I that was good advice. Thank you.
Thank you.
She's amazing.
But anyways, we just wanted to give you a status update. We hadn't fallen off the wagon. We've just been struggling through this website problem. So
Okay. Well, the phone number here, I found it. It's 866-202-0065.
Okay.
okay,
Yes.
Thank you.
thanks.
So, yes.
It's posted over there, Yana, where they can read it.
Yeah, it
What's
is
that?
posted there in the comment for you, and also our
Thank you.
customer number, just in case you need that when you call them.
Thank you.
Yeah, I see it. Great. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. All right,
Thank
we're
you.
gonna log out, guys, so that we can get over
Yes.
there and join up with them on the other side. Bye, Donna, Suzanne, everybody, Sister Darnell, Dave, Ron, my buddies that are always here because we don't want to be outnumbered by the girls.
Okay.
Thank you.